Hello, my loves. How are we today? Brrr. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Good morning. Yes, welcome to the rooftop. Now, I don't know if I just noticed, but it seems as though my spider friend does take up residency in this exact little spot here, which is really great. I mean, a source of inspo, keep me on cue. I'm not really sure, but there you have it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's dive into all things being brave enough to suck at it. Holy bananas. I have been really into this because in ways, have been really sucking at this. There are things when you're learning them for the first time, like this expectation that you're going to be out of the gates and playing with the big horses is just not really, I don't know where we came up with that idea. And if we're thinking about, learning when we were younger, always learning, always immersing, think about how many naps we needed to integrate all of that learning as well. And it's like, when we're pursuing our passion, it's like, oftentimes we want to just like keep going or keep pushing ourselves forward. But it's like the most productive thing a lot of the time when you are actively potentially sucking at something brand new because you're a brave ass bitch and that's what you're here to do, then you're going to need some damn good rest. You hear me? Okay. Yeah, I shared a little short about it yesterday. And it was interesting, right? Because that's what I've been like talking about is like having just arrived in YouTube on the scene less than 2 weeks ago. And it's like my content is going to be shown to people that maybe like that we don't speak the same language. We're not operating on the same dimension. We're not running in the same circles. It's like all, so and they're like, what's this? Or I don't want your permission slip. Or like, I don't know how to feel. And I'm like, oh, this is good, actually. This is an opportunity to flex my muscles in a different way because I'm in front of different folks, right? So it's like, I don't need to, you don't have to like totally dim and deny your true voice, but there is a way to speak in which you can be better understood. And it's an opportunity to deepen in learning both for you and that individual, and so that's been really cool for me to see, like I'm not in my usual echo chamber, of Instagram, which is what it's been for the last few years. And things become a little bit like predictable and boring. And I was just finding that I wasn't cringing as actively, like I wasn't at the edge of my possibility. I wasn't leaning in. I like knew the ropes and I rode it well kind of thing. Like I just got it, and that's not, there's always, Instagram as a platform is always changing and always adapting. And it's like a lot of folks that are having resistance or like are switching off the platform right now are just like, I ain't playing that. Like, I don't want, one of the best things about us as humans and why we've survived this long is because of how adaptable we are. But at a certain point, we have this threshold and we're like, hold the phone. Like, I got enough shit going on. I don't want to be adapting at this frequency. It fucks with my own frequency and I'm not here for that. So, anywho, yeah, it's like, all right, how can we embrace like not acing it right away? And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Is the secret to life actually to enjoy and create and evolve and be fully immersed in our own process? Is that what we're going to find out a little bit later down the road? I'm pretty sure it is. I got a little inkling that it might be. Now, I can't tell for sure. And again, this is a part of me embracing potentially sucking at something new, which is like, I see a small delay here, and I don't know if that's going to translate, but like yesterday, I was so hyped on myself to have like made that little edit clip. I was like, I'm going to try something new. And with that, that was great. Whoo, well done. And also, I didn't have my mic plugged in, so it was like poor or sound quality, right? It was like, okay, cool. Like, laugh that one off, brush it off, get back up, share your art anyway. It's okay to be imperfect. In fact, that's the most relatable and authentic quality about you. And ideally, that's why people are going to really like vibe with you, because you're like, oh, wait, like I haven't, and some people play really, really well by the script. And that's never been my jam, like at all, but like I don't even know what I would do with a script. I would definitely not look at it. But I like to make myself a couple of key points, and the pressure is off, and I'm just like, oh, those are my little nuggets. I've also got the spider friend to check into. I don't know what I don't know. I wonder what, anyway. But, and then I was like, okay, where am I? Have a script, have a sip, Krista. Mm-hmm. So let yourself feel uncomfortable, because even when you're trying something new, here's the difference. You can like be a beginner at something, but still be like wildly in integrity and authentic to who you are. You do not need to compromise that at all when you're trying new things. Like a lot of folks bang on about how important the title is. So I'm going to try a variety of ways. I'm going to find out. So I'm going to test myself for like in a really honest way and be like, you love words, Krista. You're obsessed. Why not make this fun for you? It's not like, oh, haha, you're trying to do it this way just like everybody else, and you're just, and I'm like, no, there's a difference. There's a difference with allowing yourself to be a beginner and being wildly in integrity and authentic to yourself versus being a downright copycat, throw your own values out the window. Two very different ways of being in the world, right? So just remember that you're a beginner and you can be transparent about it. I think transparency is lit. So lit. More transparency, please. Thank you very much. Transparency is essentially, it's like truth and integrity combined. It's like a big old dancey, and it's not to say like you're just airing out a bunch of shenanigans, being like, because I'm sure it's happening. I just like do not see it at all because I'm not allowing that into my field. But I do remember a few years back when like vulnerability became this twisted, convoluted way of marketing. And I was like, that ain't right, man. That is ugly shiz. I'm not here for that. You can get down. You can be transparent. And in that transparency, you're holding authenticity, you're holding integrity, you're holding your truth, and you're being honest, And it's like, oh, shit, I do feel uncomfortable with that, or I slipped up here. Like, great. Aren't we all? So like if we could all just like come a little more forward with that, I don't know, I think we would have a lot more fun. So anyway, my message today, really just to round this little puppy out, is to go ahead and be brave enough to suck at something new. Yeah? While remaining true to yourself and factoring in that rest, because you are learning, and learning requires rest so that you can integrate and show up fresh to keep doing the thing and keep making strides in your own cool, funky way. And that's a wrap for me today. I'm so glad that you're here and tuning in. I just am so grateful, honestly, to, I always say this, but time is our most finite resource. And so for you to even, share a little bit of time and space with me is like a major privilege. So thank you. I love you. If you have not already, please subscribe, give it a share. If you're on the Apple podcast, you can give it a review. those things are valuable immensely. And let's keep hanging out. Much love from the rooftop. Much love from my heart to yours. And we'll see you tomorrow.